Hey guys, what's up? It's Brittany here with Midwest Performance, and today we're talking to MP member Holly Barbosa about how she fell off the wagon and got back on.
We're Midwest Performance. We're on a mission to empower women around the world to take action and work hard to make a physical impact in their lives. In this very saturated fitness industry, there's tons of competition, but the opportunities are incredible. We'll cover the most common challenges in the fitness world and invite guests to the show that have learned to overcome them and share their strategies with you. This is the Coffee with MP Show.
Hey guys, what's up? It's Brittany here with Midwest Performance, and like I said, today we're talking to member Holly, and we're going to talk to her a little bit about her journey with being an MP and then leaving us for a short period of time and then actually coming back, and kind of that journey for her being gone and what coming back has been like for her. So welcome to the show, Holly. We're super excited to have you. So first off, let's hear a little bit about you. Tell us a little bit about yourself. Tell us our audience about you, about Holly, your work, your kids, and then we'll kind of go from there.
Okay. Hi, everybody. I'm Holly. I'm a single mom, 44, 3 kids, sports, work full time, really busy, and don't really have time to work out or for myself. But I came across MP on Facebook one day. They were doing the 6-week challenge, which drew me in. I was just like, I need to do this. This looks kind of cool. I always wanted to be part of one of those challenges, and I wanted somebody to make me accountable for. I always watched The Biggest Loser, that TV show, and I was like, I got to do that. I want to try that, even though I didn't think I could qualify for that. Anywho, so I did this. I just signed up, met with Brittany, and started my journey last September. And I went from September until May, I believe was the end of my contract, and I just did it because of life changes. And really a financial thing, and I thought, I learned a lot from them, from everybody here and the coaches, and I could do it myself. And that's not the case.
So I think
kind of fell off the wagon.
Yeah. So, and I think that happens a lot because life changes, things happen, people move, you get new jobs, you get promotions, like financial things come up, you've got kids, you're busy, like life happens, and that's okay because it will continue to happen for the rest of your life. Like this is your day to day. But I think that a lot of people have that mentality of like, you did learn a lot here and you learned a lot about exercise, about nutrition, about mindset, about all of those things. But what you were missing when you left was the accountability piece, that having to show up for somebody or having somebody expect you to be in class, expect you to be active in the studio, expecting you to checking in on your results and how things are going. And that's what the 6-week challenge really was. Like you really held yourself accountable because you had a goal to meet. And there was a lot of somebody was always there for you. And I think that that happens a lot, right? Would you agree with?
I agree. And especially when I started the 6-week challenge, I did it once and I went back to back. I actually rolled into another 6-week challenge. And Brittany really held me accountable and she was texting me and emailing me, you're not checking in, what are you doing? Let me see your food. And it just opened a whole new world for me. And honestly, from that nutrition, one little thing to take away from it, we could not eat fast food, nothing. I think since September of last year, I've actually ordered fries twice for myself. And I love fries.
Right, which is wild.
It's over a year. Just for myself, I have not ordered any of that. I can't even, I'll steal 1 or 2 from my kids, but that is it. So there's things that I've taken away, but the workouts, I were really hard to stick with and be accountable for because nobody else was on me like you.
Yep. So let's talk a little bit about your time away and kind of the falling off the wagon per se. Was there a period of time right when you left that you were gung-ho about it, that you were staying active and then it kind of just trickled off from there? Or was it like you left and it was done?
I'll have to say I left and it was pretty much done because it was a life change. We moved and just getting everything settled. It was a summer, kids were busy, and I was like, I could do what are those 5 couch to 5K things? I could do that program by myself. It didn't work. I tried for a while, and life just gets busy, especially during the summer, and I just let it all go. And I decided I wanted to start working out again. I saw the deal that they started to do for the anniversary, and I just reached out and I said, I need to come back. I need somebody to be accountable for me and push me. And now I've been here 3 to 4 days a week since I came back, which was a month ago.
And you're feeling good.
I'm feeling incredible. So much better. So much better. I don't know if the results are showing yet, but they will. I know it takes some time. And it's so quick to lose that too.
Yeah, of course. It's always like it takes so long to get to where you want to go, but then it's gone in like the snap of a finger, which is crazy. So I want to talk a little bit more because I know that there are moms like you out there where that summer period is always where you tend to forget about yourself, and all of a sudden everything else becomes a priority except for you. Do you feel like if you would have stuck with the program through the summer, if things would have been different, if you would have stuck through do you feel like you would have found a way to make it work even in the hustle and the bustle of the summer?
Yes, I would have.
And I think that is something that people just almost sometimes use as an excuse. Not to say that you did, but there are people out there who are like, oh, the summer's busy, like I just can't put myself first. But it's like, how come 9 months out of the year you can find time for yourself, but June, July, and like the beginning of August, somehow you don't become a priority anymore? And it's like, why do you feel like that is? Why do you feel like as a mother you forget about yourself during the summer?
Because you feel guilty. You don't want your kids to be upset with you. They want to do things, and they're your priority, and you're supposed to do things. And you're supposed to do things for them. Mom just gets pushed away. But I will tell you that I have to share this with you too, and for the moms out there that are watching. During the summer, it seemed so busy, and really, there's not that much going on. It's just you want to do fun things. You want to be out and you hang out and everything. So I came back a month ago, and I did start to work out. I do online school. I have 3 children. All 3 of them are in sports. One of them is in a sport and works a job. I work full time, and I have been here 3 to 4 days a week the last month. So I figured it out.
Right, and you don't have help. Like,
I do not have help. It's just me. Granted, one of my children, she's a little bit older, but I've done it. So you just have to have the mindset, and it works. And you just have to think of yourself, and you do have to put yourself first, and your children will look at you because they're proud of me now. Like, Mom, you can do it. So, and the house is still standing.
Right, exactly, right. Nobody's dead.
No.
Everybody's alive.
Everybody's
still
fed.
Right, everybody's still getting good grades. Everybody's fed. You know, I bet your energy level is much higher now than it was when you were gone, because you're active, those endorphins are flowing, all those hormones are going, and you just feel better about yourself. When you're accomplishing something for 60 minutes 3 to 4 times a week, that's all about you. There's just a sense of accomplishment. You're like, oh, it's so good to be home. Like, it's so good to have those feelings again. Your body just starts to feel tighter. Like, you just start to feel more confident because when you exercise, that confidence level is just there because you're focusing on yourself and making yourself a priority. And all of a sudden, everybody else in your life gets a little bit better version of Holly. Would you agree with that?
I would agree. And then you make so many friends here that you forget the friends and the relationships that you made when you came here to begin with. So when you come back, it just makes you feel like you're home. You're part of a family. Like, oh my God, where have you been? And what's going on? And you just push each other, and it's great.
Yeah,
it's really good.
So let's talk about you coming back and your mentality now going into the new year. Kind of share some of the goals that you have for yourself over the next 30 to 60 days going into 2019. How do you want to kind of go into the new year?
Hopefully go back into New Year losing some of the weight that I gained. So I did lose quite a bit during that 6-week challenge. I went down 15 pounds when I was said and done. When I left, and my last weigh-in and measurement was in April, I was down 15 pounds, and everything had gone down. I was just toned. I just felt really good about myself, and mentality-wise, it was really good. And a lot of it has come back. So I want to just be happier and healthier, and also just not be into the snacking anymore. Watch my foods again. So watch what I'm eating, what's going in my mouth, and just try to stick to it. And if I can, stay actually with the gym. That's my plan, is to stay. So 2019, just stay and follow and be accountable for myself. Yes.
I want to talk just a little bit more on, because I know that we have a lot of single moms here, a lot. And I want to talk about when you first started the 6-week challenge way back in September, and what was going through your head committing to something like that and being a single mom, knowing that you were busy, knowing that you had a full-time job, knowing that you had kids that were in school, doing all of these things, but you said, I'm going to commit to 6 weeks of this for myself. How did you kind of talk yourself into that, and did you have doubts about that when you first started it?
I'll be honest, I was like, this is something I've always wanted to do, and you really inspired. Our first meeting, I saw it, I signed up, I came in and saw you. It was like literally within 2 days, and less than a week I was working out. So it was just something like, I need to do something for myself. I tried the YMCA. There's no accountability there because you can kind of come and go as you please. If you don't come here, you get charged for it, or you know, and if you're on the plans, they're all checking on you. Where are you? What are you doing? And I needed it. I needed somebody to push me, and that's just what did it. And then also you gave me the meal plan. Kind of told me what to eat. You gave me a list of food to go by, so it was easy for me to follow and say, okay, you guys can eat what I'm eating, but I have to modify it this way. So it was easy. It was just all there in writing for me, which was great.
Yeah, I think that was there a breaking point for you in your life as far as your confidence and like how you felt about yourself and anything before you started the 6-week challenge? Was there a thing that was like, I gotta do something?
Yes, I wasn't sleeping. I don't know if you remember that. I was having a lot of trouble sleeping. I'd be up all hours of the night, and I was depressed. I was sad. I just didn't like the way that I felt. My nickname's always been Happy Holly, and I'm always like, you know, my glass is always half full, and it was not at that point in my life, and I don't really know why that was. And I had to make a change for myself because even my kids were noticing, why are you so crabby? Why are you not, you know, what's going on? Right, So I just knew I had to make a change for myself. And even just the food alone, workout helps, but then the food, the diet makes a huge difference. When you're eating all that crap, it just makes you feel blah too.
So I think that a lot of times when people come to a gym or go to a gym, they feel like it's like, okay, if I lose weight, I'll feel better. But like, of course, if you lose weight, you'll feel better. But do you feel like just coming to the gym and gaining that self-confidence totally changed your glass half empty to glass half full? Versus like, you know, you haven't really seen a lot of results right now. You're only 30 days into it. But do you feel like your glass is half full again just because you're back in an environment like this where you feel like you're being held accountable, people genuinely care about you being here, and the workouts are just killers? So do you feel like that self-confidence has changed your mindset?
I do. And being here, I feel like everybody makes you feel accountable for your actions because everybody pushes you. Everyone's here and we're all here for the same goal, and yes, everybody wants to lose weight. Right. But in the end, I ended up gaining, I remember one of my measurements and it was higher, my hips or something was bigger, and I was like, how does that happen? But it was all tone because of all the muscle that we gained, and you just feel stronger, and you're like, wow, look what I can do. And since I've been back, for whatever reason, they've paired me up with the coaches every single time I've been here. So I really so much fun. Which is good. It's a good confidence booster because I know that they know what I can do, and they're like, you can do it. Just get back into it and push yourself. And I know they're there. If something happens, they're going to correct us, which also makes me feel good because when you go and work out on your own, there's somebody there watching you or saying that form is wrong. And which is good because I know I'm always getting corrected every time.
But at least you know that you're doing it right. You know, like
exactly.
It's always nice to know that, okay, yes, I'm doing this right. I'm feeling this in the right places. Like, okay, I'm good. You know, it just makes you feel like you actually did get a really good workout because you don't leave the gym going, well, I hope I was doing that right, but I'm not really sure. But the picture on the machine said that I was doing it right, so like that should be okay. Right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So I want to wrap it up I always have everybody give their own piece of advice, and I want you to share with the moms out there who started at a gym and left for whatever reason that they left, and they're watching this, sitting on their couch, not doing it, trying to do the Couch to 5K and it's not working. Those Hollies, the Holly that was in between MP, non-MP, and back to MP. Give them your best piece of advice to get back on the wagon. What was the thing that you were just like, I gotta do this? That piece of advice I want you to share with those people.
You just have to put yourself first. In the world, you know, you work and you work for yourself, you work for your kids, you work for everyone, but you have to put yourself first. And when you start feeling sad and depressed and you're just sitting there and you think you don't have the time to do it, depending on how old your kids are, there's always time in the day. And there's always, for me, it was started out to be a financial thing, but instead of going out to eat, you could just put that money towards your membership or donate out for lunch, or don't go to Starbucks every day, because quite honestly, Starbucks is really high in calories. So save your Starbucks money and put it together and pay for the membership. And they will work with you too. I mean, there's always deals, there's something that can be worked out, and just remember, you have to be happy for your kids to be happy and your whole world to work. And this honestly has made me much happier again to be a part of the MP group. So I'm very happy, and just remember, put yourself first And there's always time, there's always something, and maybe your child needs to sit and do their homework here, or there's always options.
Right.
There's always something.
Right.
My daughter can babysit if you need help, so let me know.
There you go, yeah.
She's old enough.
Yeah, and I think that that's awesome advice. Like it's about putting yourself first, because when you can give 100%, when you feel 100%, and you have a full battery, all of a sudden you can give charge to everybody that's around you, and it's always a positive charge. You know, when your battery's drained, everybody else just gets a short end of the stick, and you're just, and especially you. And so I think when your battery's full and you just feel fulfilled and you feel confident and you feel like you're doing something for yourself and that battery is full, you can give that to everybody else. So, but that starts with putting yourself first.
Absolutely.
And I think, you know, you did talk about mom guilt, and that is a real thing. Like feeling guilty, you know, leaving your kids at home, or like doing these different things and like putting yourself first. You just feel bad because you don't want your kids to think that you don't care about them. But when in reality, your kids were like, Mom, like, you look so much happy, you're so much happier, like you're more fun to be around. Like they actually like it when you put yourself first, because you're so much more fun to be around. You're so much better mom when you put yourself first. And I think that you don't think about that initially. You think like, oh, I love my kids and I don't want them to think that I'm forgetting about them. When in reality, when in reality they're like, they love it when you do that, because you hear stories all the time. Oh, my kids do burpees at home now, and they do push-ups, and they love it when I go to the gym, and they want to come work out with me. And you know, it's like you're a positive role model for them, because when they grow up, they will know that it's okay to put yourself first, because all of a sudden you're a better mom, you're a better dad, you're a better human being in general when you do that. So I think that that's an amazing piece of advice. So,
my son actually wants a weight bench
there you
for
go.
Christmas,
See?
so he wants to start working out at home.
That's awesome. That's awesome. It's always good to be a good influence for your kids, because they need that. You know, they need that, and they need that positivity in their life. They need that, you know, just getting active and doing things like that. So I think it's great. So anything else that you want to share with our audience before you go?
It's just exciting, you know. And actually, I have one of my shirts on.
My
My fit
Fit
ranks.
Ranks
So I
shirt.
went my fit ranks level 1, and right before I left, I got nominated for level 2, and I was really excited. But I had left, so I didn't, or it got rearranged, so I couldn't do my level 2. But that's my goal too, is to get back up there so I can do my next level of fit ranks and see how I'm doing.
That's
so
awesome.
Just put yourself first. Just figure it out and give it a try.
Yep,
At least
absolutely.
just try it and see, and then decide from there. But everyone here is wonderful, and everybody is just welcoming, and we're all in different situations, and nobody judges anybody here. It's a judgment-free zone on all of it, so it's good. It's very
awesome.
good.
Perfect. Well, thank you so much for
Thanks
coming
for
on the
having
show. Number one, I'm so excited to have you. When you messaged me, I was like, how am I doing that? I was so excited, because I was so proud to work with you when you came in for the 6-week challenge, doing those challenges back to back. You killed it, and you're killing it now. It's like you never skipped a beat. So we're really excited to have you back. I'm excited to work with you going into 2019 and beyond that, hopefully. Thank you guys so much for tuning in today, and we'll see you guys in the next episode. Bye.
Thanks for joining us today. If you like this episode, subscribe to our YouTube channel or find our podcast on iTunes, Google Play, Spotify, or wherever your favorite places to listen to podcasts might be. And if you really liked this episode, please leave a review for us on iTunes. Thanks, and we'll see you next week.